Hey, what's up, my financially confused friends? Welcome back to Broke Boy Finance, the channel where we talk about money like it's that weird cousin that we all have. We don't really understand him, but we can't help but love him. Today, we're diving into a topic that hits a little too close to home. Why you're still broke, even though you make decent money. Yeah, I see you over there, nodding your head like, yeah, I make a decent paycheck, but my bank account looks like a sad, empty wallet. Well, grab your lunch, hopefully. It's not a $15 avocado toast, and let's get into it. First up on our Why Am I Still Broke checklist, emotional spending. You know what I'm talking about. It's 2 a.m., you're scrolling through Instagram, and suddenly you're convinced that you need a $50 pair of socks because they're eco-friendly and handmade by monks in the Himalayas. Spoiler alert, they're not going to bring you happiness, and your feet don't care about the monks. Listen, we've all had that moment. You're feeling sad, you're feeling overwhelmed, and you think, hey, let me just buy this cute little candle that smells like freshly baked disappointment. Next thing you know, your credit card bill looks like the script of a Marvel movie. Long, dramatic, and expensive. So, here's a little tip. Before you hit checkout, ask yourself, would I still want this if I were happy? If the answer is no, close that tab faster than you close your dating app when you see your ex. Alright, let's talk subscriptions. You know, those sneaky little monthly payments that creep into your life like an unwanted house guest. You've got Netflix, Hulu, Disney Plus, and somehow you're still paying for the gym membership that you swore you'd use. Spoiler, you haven't seen the inside of that gym since 2020. Let's break it down. You're probably paying $20 for Netflix because that's always going up, $12 for Hulu, another $8 for Disney Plus, and then there's that $20 meditation app that you use once a month when you remember you're stressed. Go ahead, add that up. You're basically funding a small country's worth of streaming services and self-care. Here's a pro tip. Take a good hard look at your subscriptions. If you're not using it more than your mom uses, I'm just checking in texts, it's time to say goodbye. You don't need 6 different streaming services to watch The Office for the 15th, 16th, 17th time. Just get a friend's password and call it a day. Now, let's get into lifestyle creep. You know, sneaky little monster that comes out to play when you get a raise. You start making a little bit more money, and suddenly you think you're living in a reality TV show. Oh, look at me, I can afford to eat out 3 times a week and buy organic kale. But here's the catch. With great income comes great responsibility. And by that, I mean you're going to be buying overpriced smoothies and brunches that cost more than your first car. So, when you do get that raise, celebrate, but don't go full-on Kardashian. Treat yourself to a nice dinner, but maybe skip the $100 bottle of wine. Your wallet will thank you later, and you could still afford rent next month. Budgeting. Budgeting. The B word that sends shivers down the spine of even the bravest of souls. But listen, if you're not budgeting, you're basically playing financial roulette. Will I have enough for rent this month? Let's find out. Budgeting doesn't have to be a scary word though. Think of it like planning a party. You've got to know how much food and drink you need, so you're not left with a fridge full of expired leftovers and a sad, empty wallet, and tons of beer that you're not going to drink by yourself. But maybe you will. I know it's annoying, but try using apps to track your spending. They're like your personal finance fairy godmother. But instead of turning pumpkins into carriages, they turn your bad spending habits into savings. And then at the end of the month, you'll know you'll have enough money for rent. And finally, let's talk about the treat yourself mentality. You know that feeling, right? You've had a tough week and you think you deserve a $300 shopping spree because you've survived Monday. Newsflash, surviving Monday doesn't mean you need to buy a new wardrobe every week. So treat yourself, but maybe do it once a month instead of once a week. You don't need to be the star of the reality show to enjoy life. Save that money for something that really matters, like a vacation. Because let's be real, you'll feel way better on a beach than wearing that new outfit to a party you didn't want to attend. So there you have it, folks. If you're still broke, even though you're making decent money, it might be time to take a good look at those emotional spending habits, those sneaky subscriptions, and that lifestyle creep. Remember, it's not about how much money you make, it's about how much money you keep. If you've ever spent your whole paycheck emotionally or thought about buying those fancy socks, hit that subscribe button, join the Broke Boy Finance family, and let's figure this money mess out together. Until next time, stay broke but happy, my friends.